Hey everybody, welcome back to the sotd Fragrance channel. It's a pleasure to have you here as always, so thank you so much. Y'all make this channel a success. So let's jump into the video and not waste any time. This is a fragrance from a house that doesn't get a lot of love, and it doesn't get a lot of attention really, but this is one of the best from their line in my opinion. We'll talk more about that, but let's talk about the smell. Let's talk about the projection longevity, the complement factor, and then the price. So first off, this is going to be a fantastic green fragrance, but there's a lot more to it than just that. It has a very interesting dark berry note. If you give it a little bit of time and you start smelling it, you're going to say this berry note is a little bit different. What's going on? If you go to Fragrantica or online, you'll find out that it's a blueberry note, a kind of a distinct kind of dark berry note, and boy, does that come across in the best way possible. One of the very few fragrances in the designer world or in fragrances at all that has a blueberry note. Very creative, very well done. Bond number 9, New York. Um, so the fragrance does smell really good with that blueberry note and the grass. It has this kind of dark complexity, kind of smoothness to it. It almost smells Tom Ford like, but overall, it could seem linear to some, but it is a pleasure to wear. It's a very good fragrance, and how it smells, how it comes across. It does have kind of this aromatic feel in the base. As the fragrance dries down, you get a little bit less of the green, which is a very pleasant green. Once again, this definitely isn't your grandfather's, polo green. And the blueberry, fantastic. And you get a little bit more of the blueberry and a little bit less of the green. And then in the dry down, that aromatic quality, it's almost like an ambergris comes through. But if it is ambergris, it's done very well. It's well blended, and it's not too loud. It's not too obnoxious. So this fragrance simply is well done. But again, Bond number 9 fragrances, in my personal opinion, usually don't seem to be the most natural, especially for the price. But this is one of the best. This one and Ches Bond really stand out to me personally. But so that's how the fragrance smells and how it really comes across. Now with this fragrance, with the projection longevity, I would say that it has fair projection. It is really noticeable and projects fairly well in the first 30 minutes or so. And then as it dries down, it doesn't die quickly, but it becomes more of just an arm's length or elbow's length scent. So projection and sillage are pretty good. Not beast and not bad. And longevity, some people say they get really bad out of this fragrance, a really bad performance. Some people say they get a little bit better than average. In my experience, this is a 5 to 6 hour fragrance. Maybe somebody out there is lucky and gets 7. So for some people out there, this fragrance still might not have the performance. If you're an 8 hours plus guy, if you're a sauvage kind of guy, this fragrance might not have just the amount of performance. But if you're in an office situation, if you're just going to kind of I think this would be a perfect outing fragrance, like a picnic, a happy day in the park, with friends or family. This fragrance is really playful, but yet it has a little bit of that old school charm with a little bit of green. And if I haven't said it before, if you're looking for a modern green fragrance that can get you compliments and positive attention, this is one of the best. Really is really well done. So let's talk about the compliment factor then. It's just, again, it's going to be a pleasure. I think a lot of people are really going to like it. Really smooth, kind of linear fragrances, even though in the fragrance community, we want artistic fragrances a lot, or very interesting fragrances. This is the kind of fragrance that might get you some really positive attention. So this one's no slouch. It has gotten positive attention, positive looks. But again, you do have to be a little bit closer to people. So overall, pretty good job, pretty good job. And so let's talk about the price. The price is going to be steep. It's going to be about 150, maybe closer to 200 if you get it discounted. I think full retails even more than that, 200 plus. Um, so search around for a deal. The problem with this fragrance is that I don't know if it's limited batches. They just release the fragrance every once in a while. I don't think it's not discontinued as far as I know. I just think that the distribution sometimes is quite limited. So it's sometimes hard to get samples, sometimes hard to get your hands on this fragrance. So if you do see it for a good price and it's something you've been looking for a great modern green fragrance, has that beautiful black currant kind of vibe going on, definitely I'd recommend it. Now this fragrance doesn't smell the most natural, but it's one of the best offerings from Bond Number 9. I don't give a lot of love to Bond Number 9, especially if you know my reviews on Fragrantica. I'm Centaur there as well. And but I can't deny that this is a great offering from the house. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this, Bleakerstreet by Bond Number 9. Do you wear this fragrance? Do you own this fragrance? Do you like green fragrances? Do you ever want to hear about them again? Do you think green fragrances should have been forgotten, with the 90s? Or do you think that green fragrances really can stand the test of time? So if you like Cedrat Boise, if you do like that black currant vibe of beautiful fragrances, that pull it off very well, like Jubilation 25 Amouage. This fragrance, again, the quality isn't there in my opinion, but it does the vibe. It does a good job. So check it out. Let me know. I had to pull this review out because if you're looking for a spring fragrance, this is one of the best. I certainly would say that. There's no doubt about it. One of the best spring fragrances that you can get your hands on. So let me know what you're thinking, what you think about my reviews, what you think about this fragrance. And I'd love to hear from you. If you stuck around to the end of the video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, even share the video if you're feeling most generous. So thank y'all. It's a pleasure. And I'll see y'all next time. As always, this has been the Centaur Fragrance Channel. Don't forget to wear what you love, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.